They were what I expected, and not too high, not too low. Like I said all week, this is another game, Same thing as every other Saturday. Want to come out with a win, so I didn't let my emotions get too much in the way.
Alvin, did you get with Derek and any of the other 13 guys to, I guess, anything for LT before the game?
Nah, not before the game, but after the game, those guys all kind of came up to me and said, we were all playing for LT, and LT was with us all. So, win or lose, I know LT was looking out for us.
What was the offense's mindset going to that last drive, knowing that touchdown could win the game?
Go score. It's just simple. We was trying to go score, go finish this game. Came up short, but we're gonna keep working. That's what we do. That's what we do throughout the week. Work hard. Working hard doesn't guarantee you a win, but that's the only way we know how to, play. Work hard.
How much did you guys believe you were going to go score, especially since you've just done it to take the lead?
We believe 100%. Just like you said, we just did it, so there was no doubt in our mind that we would go down and score. I think a false start kind of put us behind the chains a little bit. One or two things. So we just gotta keep improving.
Coaches talk about you being one of the leaders of the team. So in that role, what do you do moving forward? How do you make sure you guys don't let this linger too long?
Get with some of the other leaders on the team. Me and Cam Sutton and Jalen Reeves-Maven already talked just how to approach this upcoming week. Those guys in the locker room, they all have passion and they all want to be great. So it's not gonna be too hard to keep them going. Just got to keep them the same theme in the locker room. Work hard. We're gonna get what we deserve.
What you guys say? How do you approach this week?
Just same attitude we always do. Grind. We enjoy being around each other. We win together, we lose together. So going into Kentucky week, we're gonna do the same thing. Work hard, enjoy each other's company, and enjoy the coaches, enjoy Vol Nation, enjoy being back in Knoxville. And just working.
Alvin, I'm sure you would have rather won the game, obviously. But what did it mean to you to be a captain? I guess coming back here and your teammates voting you captain.
It meant a lot. Just how much this game kind of meant. Just being able to walk out there and be a captain for my team was great.
Did you not have any extra juice early? I know you want to treat them all the same, but it looked like on a couple of those early runs you had a little bit of a sixth gear or something there.
Extra juice to win. I wanted to win. So yeah, that was all it was.
Where does the team go forward from here? I mean, obviously, you've seen Tennessee the past couple of years. You know how much closer this team is, but maybe the record doesn't say it. How tough is it to kind of keep going when this happens?
It's not too tough because we all know how, like you said, how close we are. This was a good marker. We know where we are as a team. So just working and building off that is going to be what we're going to have to do.
Now, what was the difference there on that go-ahead touchdown drive? Because before then it seemed like the offense had kind of stalled a little bit. Some of the offensive leaders, we just got together and talked and, said we had to score. So that's what we did. I can't really explain it any better than that.
What did you see out of the young offensive line? What did you see out of the young offensive line, particularly Chance and Jack?
Those guys, they worked hard all week. It's gonna come with experience. Those guys are gonna have to get some more games under their belt. But they did a great job. Jack, both of them came up to me after the game and just kind of loved up on me. I loved up on them too. They're doing a good job. They're gonna keep getting better. They're gonna be good players.
Did you look nervous at all, or kind of?
Nah, we don't allow that. they weren't nervous. Those guys, like I said, they work hard throughout the week, so there's no need to be nervous when you work as hard as they do.
How much what have you seen from Josh Dobbs from a toughness standpoint? Because, obviously you're a running back, you're getting hit a bunch during a game too, but you're not having to throw, 10, 15-yard outs on the next play and stuff. How tough is his job?
Dobbs is tough. He never gets rattled. Typical quarterback might not take as many hits as Josh does, but every time he gets hit, he pops back up and looks to the sideline to get the call. And, I can look over to him and make sure and look in his eyes and tell he's not rattled, then I'm good. He's the CEO of our team. So
I know y'all don't huddle, obviously, but, before a drive, is Josh the kind of guy who, goes up and gives a couple of any motivational comments or anything like that, or is he just always
he's the CEO. Like I said, he'll give some words. Everybody is talking. Everybody's talking. But when Josh talks, everybody's quiet. And he gives some motivation and gets us going.
I guess a lot of guys on this team said that a couple years ago when they came down here. Obviously, you were on the other sideline, but they were maybe a little bit wowed by Alabama's size and skill and everything. And Did you see any of that throughout the league? It looked like y'all were kind of treating this as a game of equals.
No, it was a game of equals. We came in here expecting to win. You know, it was no little brother, big brother. It was we was gonna have to slug it out. It came down to the fourth. We came up a little bit short, but we know where we are as a team. We're gonna keep working.
Thanks.
Appreciate it.